up? Bob here. Welcome to the Bob Bradley YouTube channel. As you can see from the top of the video, I've been out looking for records. Yep, pretty much par for the course around here. That said, I got a small stack. Some new, some old, and we're going to get into them right now. In the last few weeks, I have been rather optimistic about new music. I've heard several songs that I thought were really good. Have you heard that new Blur song, The Narcissist? Or have you heard any of the new material from The Hives, Nice and Fuzzy? The Queens of the Stone Age have a new song out that's very STP in the choruses, and I do like that. And I've been listening to this record quite a bit. Rancid's Tomorrow Never Comes. Now, if you don't know Rancid, they're a band out of the early 90s. A punk rock band. That's right. And this record is a brisk 28 minutes of 90s punk rock steel. You got the guys on the cover here. Tim, Matt, Lars, and now Brandon since '06 when Brett bowed out. This is on Hellcat Records and cut at 45 RPM. When you have a 28-minute record, why not? Let's get as much fidelity out of this thing as we can. Mine is the Eco Mix, so it's on like a purple and blue kind of marble. Limited edition. Comes with a nice size poster. This is a great record. Title track, Tomorrow Never Comes, features all of the vocalists, Tim, Matt, and Lars. Really cool. I really like that low part that Matt sings, because he always sings the low parts. It's very cool. And they're hitting every song on this record super hard. Some of the tunes come in under 2 minutes. I mean, they're killing on this. Very, very true to the game, Rancid is, and hopefully they will remain that way for quite some time. That said, when I was down at Better Days looking through the collectibles box, I saw this in there. Rancid's Out Come the Wolves. Now I have the most recent pressing of this record, but this one is the 25th anniversary on silver vinyl, mastered by Robert Ludwig. And boy, does this sound fat. Whew! Time Bomb sounds amazing on here. All of the tunes are amazing. If you don't know this record, this is Rancid's masterpiece statement, in my opinion. Their most well-known and successful piece of work. And if you don't know it, yeah, check it out, you know. You might dig it, you might not. It's okay. That said, I definitely love this record. Saw him on this tour a few times and previous tours. Big Rancid fan, long time. So, super excited about their new record. And excited to get this Bob Ludwig cut anniversary edition of Out Come the Wolves. Yeah, traded some records for that and didn't have to come out of pocket. Cool. Another new record that I have been all about. I've been listening to this thing constantly for a few weeks. If you want to have your soul burned right out of your chest, just pick this one up. It's about 30 bucks. Rival Sons Dark Fighter. Boy, oh boy. Are you a Paul Rodgers fan? Do you like 70s rock? Are you into fuzz guitar? Bonham-esque drumming? Yeah. If you are, you'll love this record. Now, it does have kind of an AI cover here. You can see that because the tiger is kind of cloudy up here. And, you know, if you've ever fooled with one of those AI art things, all the people and animals all kind of look like when the picture's finally rendered, there's just something spookily not correct about it all. Let's keep it that way. That said, this is a pretty good cover. Got that, you know, he's kind of coming out of the darkness. I like that. Yeah, it's cool. This is a fantastic record. Jay Buchanan is absolutely burning on this. This is vocally, this is a masterpiece record. All the songs are fantastic. There's no bad tunes on this. Scott Holiday is absolutely smoking on the guitar, super fuzzed out. But it kind of goes from, it's a very dynamic record because you have these loud electric parts and it goes to these acoustic things. Great songs. Rapture. Boy, what a track. This one here is on kind of a natural colored vinyl. I will pop it out. Yeah. Really cool. Has sort of a zoetrope label on it. I can never get those things to work. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but it's a cool looking label. It looks cool on a table. This cover might have been a product of artificial intelligence, but there is nothing artificial about the music on this album. It is 5 stars through and through. It was down at the Book and Music Exchange. That's a local bookstore. You know, they do books and video games and stuff like that. They've been putting some new records out. They got some nice stuff in there, but they know what they got, so it's all priced accordingly. But I was giving it a hard look, and I saw this one up for the downstroke. That's right, the Parliament. This is a pretty cool record. Bootsy had been on hiatus for a few years and then he came back and they did this one. You got George here on the front. He's kind of in attack mode. And you got these ladies. They're in distress. Kind of. She's very frightened right here. Or not. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what's going on in this cover. But it is fairly epic. On Casablanca, the Oasis variant of the label. This is not a first or anything. This is like a 2-year only label. This is a super funky record. Up for the downstroke, kicks off the album immediately with the Bootsy bass. Kind of a Stevie Wonder on an acid vibe to this record. It's absolutely killer. And as we all know, these Parliament records, Funkadelic records, Parliament Funkadelic records, are normally trashed. This one is incredibly nice. $20, no brainer. Snatch that right away. Speaking of records I snatched right away, I had a repress of this record for a long time. And when I saw this one here with the original cover, I had to have it. Aerosmith, self-titled. Yeah, if you're familiar with this record, which we all are, you'll know that this square here with the guys in it is the whole cover later. And then it says featuring Dream On under the words Aerosmith, obviously. This is the original cover. Not real great, but it is the OG nonetheless. Some variants of the record say something different on the back. I think it says walking the dig instead of walking the dog. This is a Pitman, which was correct from the start. So it does not say walking the dig on the back. That said, you know, you got the monster hit Dream on side A, and Mama Ken kicks off the B-side. Now, I do love Mama Ken. Just that intro sound of the guitar. You can really hear the pick, and it's kind of got that mid-forward kind of thing going. Oh, it just sounds so cool. If you're an electric guitar fan in general, this is in the tradition. You got to. This is a, you know, I'm not gonna say it's a must-have. Not everybody digs Aerosmith, but yeah, it's pretty good. Aerosmith is retiring this year. It's their last tour. They just put out all of their records in reissue. And I just wanted to grab some original stuff before it went up in price. And this was numero uno. It was over at the Fat Rabbit. It's kind of a secondhand store of sorts. And saw this for $5. Had no choice but to get it. I have a later 70s pressing of this, but I wasn't walking out without this. Robert Johnson, King of the Delta Blues Singers. You know, it's comp, because most of the Robert Johnson stuff is very old and not originally released on LP. We all know this cover. It is on the front of a very famous Bob Dylan record. And this one is the 2-Eye Columbia. Rather nice. $5. Come on, guys. Here's the deal. The 6-Eye Columbia of this So if you see that, pick it up. All right, let's finish this up. Last but not least, Miles Davis. Get up with it. Come on now, look at these glasses. I mean, have you ever seen a cooler pair of glasses than this? Okay, this is a double album. It's a comp. Okay, it's from the Jack Johnson On the Corner period, so it's selections from both albums. And here's the deal with this record. I traded for it down at Better Days, which was perfect for me because I have all the tunes, but I kind of wanted it just because I love this cover. So the fact that I didn't have to come out of pocket with any money was very good. That said, what makes this album really cool is they packed a bunch of music onto this, and you can put it on and just vibe out for quite some time. You know, this is a period for Miles when he not only becomes, what would be the word I would use for it, undeniable, but also unmistakable. You're never going to listen to one of these tracks and think, is that Donald Byrd or Freddie Hubbard? Could that possibly be Lee Morgan? Not a chance. It can only be one person, Miles Davis. And primarily because playing his trumpet through one of these, you know what this is? This is a wah-wah pedal. This particular one is a 69 Mr. Crybaby Super. Yeah. The Crybaby wah-wah pedal is makes that wow wow sound, right? And it makes a guitar sound like a trumpet, and a trumpet sound like Miles Davis. Yeah. I mean, just absolutely smoking. There's no mistaking Miles Davis's music. Now, I wouldn't necessarily call it free. These guys are just jamming, essentially, under the direction of Miles. He's leading the ensemble, which is quite large. And, you know, they have a framework for what they're doing. You know, it's funky, it's percussive, it's psychedelic as a motherfucker, okay? Listen, this is not fusion in the sense of like a CTI record or a Weather Report record. Those have more in common with jazz mixed with progressive rock. It's very calculated. They know exactly what they're going to play. This is not that. This is a lot of improvised music, primarily improvised music. They are staying away from the key center. They're playing ahead of the beat, behind the beat, odd time signatures. It's some funky stuff, guys. And there's nobody else that plays music like this but Miles Davis. So, yes, I highly recommend this compilation record from Miles. Get up with it on your typical Columbia 360 label. This one was around $45 at the store. That's a great price. Sounds pretty good. This is the first pressing of the record, so it's sort of the definitive pressing. Yeah. I would suggest getting all of those records from Bitches Brew all the way up to Big Fun or something like that. You know. Nice stack of records this week. Found some good stuff. Did a little bit of trading. I always like to do a little bit of trading. It's good times. I did find the original pick guard for my Telecaster. Yeah. If you watched my video a few weeks ago, Memorial Day dealing, I played this guitar through my new little Silvertone amp, and some people were asking what year it was. It's 72, and it has had a black guard on it for years, and I recently found the white guard that belongs on it, so I went ahead and put it on there, and that way it's not being a pretender anymore. It is what it is. 72 Yes, 4-bolt neck, telly. Yep. You can always tell because in the later 70s they start putting the serial number right on the headstock, and they have 2 string trees. Yes. All right, guys. Anyway, thanks for watching, and until we meet again, that's right. Bob out.